today I'm going to show you how to draw a ray diagram to show the image formation by spherical mirrors. So we have 3 rules to follow. So the first rule is when we have an incident ray which is parallel to the principal axis. So I'm going to show you how to draw the principal axis. So it is a line, a straight line, which is passing through the pole of the mirrors. So this is the pole of the mirrors, and we have a concave mirror here. Okay, so you can mark your focal point and then you mark your center of curvature. So your center of curvature is double from your focal point. So now we are ready. So let's say I have an object with object distance is in between F and C. So it is here. Okay, so the first rule, when we have an incident ray which is parallel to the principal axis, so this ray will be reflected out through F. Okay, like this. Okay, so it is simple. For rule number 2, I use the same diagram as before. So for rule number 2, when we have an incident ray from the object which is passing through F, so this ray will be reflected out from the mirror parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so this is rule number 2. For rule number 3, any incident which is passing through C, it will be reflected out through the same path with opposite direction. Now let's draw the ray diagram using these 3 rules. Okay, let's say when the question asks you to draw a ray diagram for an object with object distance greater than 2F. So 2F is equal to C. So you can put your object at any distance which is greater than C. So I will put my object here. So we can draw the object as an arrow, an upright arrow. So we will use at least 2 from these 3 rules. So I will use rule number 1 when incident light parallel to principal axis, so it will be reflected out through F. So this will be the first line. Okay, so we have an incident which is parallel to the principal axis, so this ray will be reflected out from the mirror through F. Okay, now let's do for second rule. So for rule number 2, when we have an incident light passing through F, it will be reflected out parallel to principal axis. So from the top of the object or from the end of the arrow, okay, you just draw the line which is passing through F, and this ray will be reflected out parallel to the principal axis, and then we will see an intersection of these 2 reflected rays, which is here. So this is where the image is formed from this mirror. So we can draw the image. So any image which is formed below the principal axis, then the image is an inverted image. And we can compare the size of the object and the size of the image. So you can write down the characteristic of the image form. So the first one, we have an image which is inverted and it is smaller size then the object, or we can say that the image is diminished, and it is formed by the real lines. So this image is a real image. So that's it.